Hello, hello! The show is on to Electric Boogaloo. Oh my god! It's another weird one! Happy Saturday! What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Hello, Daro. How are you since the last time we spoke? I hope you've had a nice Saturday. Happy 1st of August! Now you'd think that ARTFIGHT would be over, but it's not. It is not over. It's not over till the fat lady sings. I have one more day, one more stream, and we're gonna see how far we get. I got some things lined up. We're gonna try and speed run today. So I've not got too much time for chatter, alright? I'm just kidding, I've always got time for chatter. I love to chat with you guys. Saturday special! Hello Scatter, Eagles and popcorn, as always. I love it, I love it. Let's just get right into it, shall we? Let me just... Okay. So, our first order of business is going to be this bust. As you can see, I've already got the sketch in, I've already got the base colors, and also the lighting scenario. I really just slapped this damn thing together this morning. So we're just gonna render this one out. And this is Ula, who is this character by Wisteria Grove, and I believe we attacked Wisteria Grove last year. They had a Barky character, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think that they had a wonderful, beautiful bark-like character. So first order of business, we're going to attack Wisteria Grove and Ulali, or Ali. La Fleche, and she is a character from like a Expedition 33 sort of vibe, which is really cool. I've actually not played it yet. I really need to, because I feel like it's just right up my alley. And then second order of business, we will draw, I have this chibi sketched out. This is for Jay. For Jay, for our lovely friend, the alien from Saturn. It'd be very exciting if they are here today, if they show up at some point. We'll have that. And then we have Gigi, who belongs to Waffles, who is another one of our friends here. And both of those people attacked me, so you know I had to. I looked at their little doodles on screen. They both attacked a dove, so I thought we'd do some chibis of GG and for J, and then if we have any more time, which I doubt we will have, I also have this character that is like lined up. Hopefully I'll be able to finish this one by tomorrow, but it's not a priority for me right now because you know, I don't know how I feel about it yet. It needs some work. So first we'll do Ulali, or Ali. I think she just looks so gorgeous. Looks so promising. For Jay, yeah, we'll do for Jay. I have plans to get some photos of some G Fuel to add to the composition. For Jay is quite a creature, I do have to say. Chibis, spent some time entertaining a puppy that my parents have. That's 90% ears. Oh my god! So cute! What kind of puppy is it? What breed? Ooh. Also, hello Eleonora! Nice to see you. How did your doctor's appointment go? Was it good? I hope everything is well. Hope everything worked out alright. I'm glad you're here now. I'm gonna absolutely speed run this one, I think, I hope. Keep it like kind of low key on the shading, I think. my lighting is already, you know, already got things sort of laid out here. Hopeful. It'd be really nice if I could get like 4 pieces done. I did manage to off-stream finish. Well, let me get it. This one of Arivian and Kalzur, which I think came out really nice. Quite happy with that one. So yeah, I'm really, really absolutely, I'm going balls to the walls for this last like 2 days. And I've definitely beaten my record. Last year I think I only did like 8 to 10 attacks over the course of ARTFIGHT. I've definitely done more. Hello, hi, yes, I'm here today. Yippee! Doctor's appointment was good, just following up on some medication adjustments. Love! Yippee! Glad everything is well. I hate going to the doctor. I'll do anything in my power to avoid it. Hate going to the doctor, hate going to the dentist. Even though it's like, it's good for you. I'm just not about it. I feel like most people feel that way, probably. Unless you're a hypochondriac. Last time I went to the doctors, I think if I remember correctly, I had my blood drawn, and I almost passed out. My body is so dramatic; it's actually insane. I don't know why. Because I wouldn't say I'm like a worse. But my body's physiological reaction to most things is to faint. Or to nearly faint. And I wonder what that says. I wonder if I should go to the doctor about that. She's essentially a granddaughter of our doggy that passed away last year. Not particularly any breed, I don't think. Oh, just a little mixed doggy. That's so cute. Combo of many things. That's so fun. I do like a dog that's like, you can't tell what breed it is. It's just like, it's just a dog. I used to have a dog that was like a cross, as far as we could tell, was a cross between a husky and an English Bull Terrier. So he was basically like a super short-haired husky. It was like kind of blonde, really strong husky features with like bright blue eyes and a curly tail, and had like the right build but was a bit stockier. Chunky monkey, that one. Really chunky, actually. And he was a menace as well. He was terribly behaved. Just didn't really have time to train him, really. Unfortunately. Maybe he was very, very stubborn, which I think is a husky trait. Very loud as well. I don't think I would get a husky again. As much as they are beautiful dogs. They are just crazy. I think if I was gonna get a dog, I would get like a corgi or a West Highland Terrier, a Westie. So cute, so freaking cute. I used to be like a adamant. I used to be ride or die for like big dogs. I was very much of the opinion that like if you have a little dog, like what's the point? You might as well have a cat, or like like a little dog. What's the point of a little dog? Get a big dog. But now I'm older and a bit wiser. I haven't had a dog in many years. I've grown to learn that I'm much more of a cat person, and dogs are very like in your face, and a big dog is just so in your face. And I just don't really like that. So I've come back around to small dogs. I don't think I could have a big dog anymore, because they're just like so overwhelming. You know what I mean? They're like so needy, so in your face. If they jump up, they're like right there. They're like as tall as you. Not fun. Not my idea of a good time, actually. Little dog that can sit on my lap. Yeah. But better yet, a cat. And my cat acts quite a lot like a dog anyway. You can play fetch with her. And she collects the post. She'll pull the post out of the post box and bring it to us. And she hisses and growls at people at the door. And you know, she's very loud and in your face. I had to carry my cat Benny on my shoulders for a while. I used to do it when he was a kitten. Now he barely fits, but still climbs up on my shoulders whenever I pick him up. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, I would love if my cat was a bit cuddlier. She's not very well handled. We adopted her. And she wasn't like the best socialized. She was mainly just like locked in a bedroom before we adopted her, and before she was like surrendered. So she spent most of her time like alone in a bedroom, and it didn't seem like she wasn't well groomed. She wasn't well fed at all either. She had like crazy food insecurity. When we got her, she would just like, she would eat until she threw up if she was able to. But now she's like chill. But she's not very good at being like picked up or just handled in general. And she doesn't understand sitting on people's laps either, which is like the opposite of a cat, I think. The only way she'll sit on us is if we're laid down like fully on our back, and she'll come and she'll like sit on our chest facing us, and that's it. She doesn't understand sitting on a lap at all, which is a shame. Like I wish she was a little bit cuddlier and I could like handle her. It's my childhood cat. I could like throw her around. I could like hold her upside down and all of this stuff. She's just so like chill with it. Loved it. Super chill being handled. Gosh, I love cats. I'm definitely a cat person. Totally doesn't influence my choice for career characters. Yeah, no. I never would have thought that you'd be a cat person, Dara, actually. That's something I would never have guessed. My uncle had a Great Pyrenees. He was a whole polar bear. Oh my gosh. Like, I do like the big fluffy boys. I think they're so cute. Like a Samoyed and stuff. Oh my god, so cute. Like great big teddy bears. I love the idea of them. I just know I'd get overwhelmed. And sometimes they like purl and they're like really strong. Oh my gosh. My old dog was like, I mean, he was a husky, so he was a sledding dog. So he just pull and pull and pull and pull and pull. And I lived right by the beach, and I'd take him for walks on the beach every day after school. And he would just pull me all the way down the hill. He'd pull me all the way down the hill at lightning speed. And the worst bit about it is that he wouldn't pull me back up, really. It wasn't even like, he wouldn't even helpfully pull me back up the hill on the way back home. He would just pull me all the way down. And then because he didn't want to go home, or because he was all tuckered out from his big walk, he wouldn't pull on the way back. God. What good's that for then? What's the point in pulling if you're not going to be useful about it, you know? Been thinking about how Dahlia would look, and I basically combined two things I quite like. She'd be based on a clouded leopard and would have white hair stylized into a wolf cut. Cool! Love. I do love the, you know, I do really appreciate the way that you choose a different kind of cat every time, you know. They're all different. There are so many different kinds of big cat in the world. It's just cool that you choose like a big variety of different ones that I've not even heard of sometimes. Gotta collect them all, absolutely. What other pets have people had? Has anyone had any interesting pets over the years, or like childhood pets? I've had a few hamsters in my day. I used to have, when I was a kid, we used to get hamsters, like basically it was like a long line of hamsters, and I don't think, you know, hamsters are pretty famous for having tragic and horrifying deaths, but I don't think I've ever had a hamster die a terrible death. They've always just died of old age or whatever, just like natural causes. As far as I'm aware, I mean, I was really young when we had like regular hamsters, so I might not recall. But after a while, my mum got sick of dealing with hamsters only living for a couple of years, because they don't live very long, little critters. And so she thought she'd get something a bit hardier for our next little pet, and we started getting guinea pigs instead, because guinea pigs live for about 5 to 8 years if they're well cared for. And oh my gosh, I've had so many guinea pigs over the years. I love guinea pigs so much. They are so silly. They are so chunky, like little fat creatures. They're so round, and they make the silliest noises, and I love when they jump. They do, they like popcorn, so they just like bounce up in the air, So silly. Their little mouths. I love it. I can't wait till I can get some guinea pigs in our current house. Yeah. I used to have a horse. I used to have a horse. Beautiful ginger horse. But we eventually sold the horse because my family's always been like, my family on my mum's side's always been like super into horses and riding and all of this, and like I was gonna get into it as well, but my horse bucked me once, and I did not listen to the old adage of getting back on the horse. I was too scared to get back on the horse. I literally did not get back on the horse, and I was too scared to ever go riding again after that. It wasn't even like a nasty fall. Like, I didn't even get seriously injured or anything like that. Like it was so fine, but I was just quite young. And I was scared, and I didn't want to do it anymore, and so we ended up selling the horse. I also had a cockatiel at one point. That one's quite funny because his name was Buddy, and my grandmother just like found him. He was like flying around her place of work, and she like brought him home and like set him up, and then we just like kept him for a few years. He used to imitate the sound of the telephone, because you know, this is back in the day of landlines, and he would just imitate the sound of the phone all the time, and it was absolutely infuriating. But I have a couple of childhood pictures of him sitting on top of my head, because we'd let him like fly around. Because if you have a bird, like, you can't just leave them in the cage all the time. It doesn't feel right. Gotta let them fly around and stuff. But he eventually escaped one day, because we used to like take his little cage and like put it outside when the weather was nice, so we'd get to hang out outside. But one day his like food dish had like fallen out of the cage, and there was a hole where it was, and so he just left. He just left, and we never saw him again. I hope he's okay. There are actually quite a lot of budgies and stuff, like wild budgies, near where I used to live. Because there are just like quite a lot of wild budgies in the UK. Mostly from weddings and stuff, especially celebrity weddings. You wouldn't think, but there actually are. My sister had a bunny and my cousin had 2 rats. Oh my gosh, I love bunnies and rats. I love to go to like our main pet store. I don't know if it's a chain anywhere else. There's Pets at Home. Usually go there, and you can like look at all the bunnies and stuff. And they're so cute. I don't know how I feel about pet shops in general, because a lot of them don't treat their animals very well. Don't give them like proper care, or like teach you how to care for them properly, but they are very cute to look at the very least. And it sells frozen mice for one of my current pets, Rodney. And Rodney is a snake. He's a corn snake. He's a very handsome boy. And he's definitely my craziest pet that I've ever had. Only ever had fish. They met the dramatic hamster death quota despite not being hamsters. Oh my gosh, how? What happened? To be fair, I've heard of stories of fish like leaping out of their tank for some strange reason. They just get crazy. I once had fish. We had a pair of goldfish at one point because we won them at a fair, which is crazy. We're so old-fashioned. I took pretty good care of them though. Although this was like before the days of like, I don't know, widespread fish knowledge. So having like a very simple tank was kind of the norm. But nowadays I think more people are like, it's the same with hamsters actually, where like a little cage isn't enough and people know that now. So you see the like massive hamster setups. I had one of those for my most recent hamster, like huge setup with like so much substrate to burrow in. And it's the same for the fish as well, like the tanks. People are actually getting big enough tanks for their beta fish and stuff now, which is nice to see. I like how this rendering is coming along. I've spoken about pets that we have had. What about pets that we want to have? It's like your dream pet. My dream pet? My dream pet would be a raven. I would love to have a little raven friend. I would. I actually would. Birds kind of freak me out. I hate the feeling of them like flapping. That's just because I was attacked by one too many seagulls in my time. But I just, you know, like if I could have any pet, I would want to have like a familiar. I would want a raven or a frog. The first few were 100% my fault, but in my defense, I was 4 years old and full of love. I had one much later die by electrocution. What the hell? I'm pretty sure thunderstorm, power surge, and a whoopsie daisy. Oh my god, that poor fish. Fried. Holy. Out of more exotic animals, I'd love to have a leopard gecko. Oh my gosh, I love leopard geckos. My partner used to have leopard geckos. They are so cute. Pretty sure it was leopard geckos. It was some sort of gecko. Very, very cute. I do like the way that they sort of jump and like splat. A little splat with their little toes. I love frogs for the same reason. eyes in. Blue-eyed people be like, I would kill to be able to take care of an axolotl. Ugh, weird little freaks. Following that, I'd also love a crow friend or a fat fucking pigeon. Love pigeons. Yes! Oh my gosh, love pigeons. Would love a pigeon. Uncle Lorela's like so into pigeons. Huge pigeon fans up in here. I would also love, I'd love to keep jellyfish as well. There's this woman on TikTok who has a bunch of different weird and wonderful aquatic pets, like mantis shrimp. Is it mantis shrimp? Like mantis? Yeah, it is mantis shrimp. And like pom-pom crabs. And I love pom-pom crabs. And jellyfish. And I think they're just so cool. I love jellyfish. I love jellyfish. They're so like nothing. They're just like, they're just floating about. But they're so pretty about it, you know? Axolotls, the head empty creatures, they are so silly. I do love them. I also love, like, obviously this is like, regardless of ethics or like, I don't know, I want to say ethics, but like, you know, regardless of practicality, I would love to have a hedgehog. I love hedgehogs. I'd love to have a little pet hedgehog. It's so cute. Oh, jellyfish would be incredible as well. Yeah, you know, just have like a tank of moon jellyfish or something, just like hiding, like hanging about, just chilling, floating round and round in a little current. I love it. So cute. I do like axolotls as well. I used to love to collect axolotls in Minecraft, like trying my hardest to get the blue one. My OG cottagecore world had like a big man-made lake that I created, and I just filled it with axolotls. That was so vibey. It was so cool. I love wild animals that are sometimes kept as pets. I definitely want to have a possum. Oh my gosh, possums are so cute. I love a possum. I love a raccoon. It's just crazy that like I've never seen a possum. I don't think possums are like not a thing in the UK, or raccoons or anything like that, and it's just crazy. It's just crazy that like they're just like about in other countries, like in America famously, or like monkeys just hanging out in civilization. Because in the UK it's usually red foxes and badgers that you'll see. I do love a badger. Badgers and hedgehogs and deer. Classic stuff. Despite the fact I outwardly present myself as goth and spooky, my room is full of plushy axolotls. I have a whole corner of my ceiling that has hanging jellyfish that I'm always adding to. Oh my gosh! Yes! No, that's so my vibe. I love that. You know, I would really like some taxidermy, I think. Like, my favorite room in a museum is like the bug room or like the natural history room, I would just love to get some like taxidermy bugs, like some butterflies, maybe a little skeleton, maybe a stuffed raven, I don't know. Just so cool. Or like a bat. So freaking cool, I would love that. It's like so, I don't know, so morbid, but so cool. Especially the bugs. I think bugs would be just like pretty. Okay, I don't want to get caught up too much on this one. But I think the chibis will probably take like no time at all. I just kind of want to lighten up the lashes a bit more again. Like they just went a bit too dark. Okay, move on to hair. The hair and clothes done like super quick. Some like little bluish tints in. I've had one angle possums look very cute, from another they look like elder taras. They are very cryptid. Possums are very cute in the same way that the Mothman is very cute. You know what I mean? Taxidermy gets weird. I suppose all of it can get weird in an ethical sense. A lot of oddities expos are banning them being sold out concern they're not sourced ethically. Yeah, that's the main thing with taxidermy. It's like, I don't know, maybe I'd just get some fake taxidermy. Like I say taxidermy, I'd probably just go for something that isn't real just because you never know. People can always say that they have sourced the taxidermy like ethically or whatever, but there's no guarantee. And bats are pretty endangered in a lot of species and a lot of places. Don't want to encourage poaching. I think there must be, I don't know, I've not really looked much into it because usually things like that get quite expensive, whether it's like real or fake taxidermy, because it's like either someone has put in a lot of time and effort to make something that looks real or like it is real. So it's always been like a bit out of my price range. So I've not actually looked much into it, but I just really love the vibe. I think it's just because I want to slowly turn my house and my working space into like a witchy into like a wizard's tower basically. I just feel like that would be vibes. Taxidermy is such an interesting art form. Yeah. I mean, it's like, it is so interesting just because like, I don't know, like the fact that it exists in and of itself is interesting. Like there's like this whole thing about like death and you know, it can be quite morbid, but it can also be like really nice way of preserving like creatures that you found. I don't know, the whole thing is just quite interesting, and like the like process as well, also quite interesting. Sometimes on my feed I get videos of people like preparing bugs, like beetles and stuff, and like you have to pin open their wings and stuff. I don't know, it's just cool. Oh my gosh. Crazy on the colours. Fun fact about clouded leopards, that people stay oblong at all times. They never go fully round and never change to slits like in other species of cats. Oh, that is a fun fact. Why is that? That's so interesting. I guess they just... The light's just never that bad. They evolved to not need it. They in a perpetual state of perfect amount of light. Oh, is it because they like only hunt at dawn or dusk or something, where it's like perfect light level or something like that? That'd be cool. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. Why look it up when I can just spread misinformation? Another video I saw on my feed recently, which I thought was quite interesting. It was this video about how someone's like bucket list that they made when they were like a teenager, like a young teenager, has changed. And I just find that really fun, and it got me thinking about like what was / is on my current bucket list. Not many things, I would say. I need to fix the hair. Oh, okay, there you go. Why isn't it? Oh my gosh, that's why. It always does this. I don't know, is there anything fun and funky on your guys' bucket list? Or anything that used to be on your bucket list that has like changed? Because I feel like bucket lists used to be like, they were like really like a thing back in the like 2010s. I know that they've always been a thing, but I feel like they got really popularized with the sort of rise of rom-coms and like teen movies where there was someone who was like terminally ill in it. You know how that was a trend for a while? Like 5 Feet Apart and The Fault in Our Stars and stuff like that. I feel like that lended to popularity of bucket lists. And then there were also like a lot of influencers around that time that got really popular because they were like inspirational because they were like really sick and stuff like that. But back in the day, when all of that was like super popular and trendy, I feel like everyone made a bucket list. Maybe I'm wrong. That's what it felt like anyway. And I remember I had be a vegetarian, which crossed off. Actually vegan now, so totally won that one. But another really funny one is I had it on my bucket list that I wanted to climb Mount Everest. I had no idea. I had no idea what it took to climb Mount Everest. I don't know why I thought I could do it. I certainly didn't realize that it was so incredibly expensive to to do such a thing. It costs like £20,000 or like dollars, I think, to go, and you need like Sherpas, and people die up there all the time. It's crazy. Had no idea. Had absolutely no idea. Just the sort of naive thing that a 13-year-old would write on their bucket list. I live mostly in rainforests of southern Asia, so mostly undercover of these of all times. Yeah, oh my gosh, that's so cool! Ooh! Both of my sisters got ahead of me in one thing I always wanted to do, which is to get a tattoo. Yes! Ugh. I have a couple of tattoos. They're really cool. I really like them still. I think I would change one of them if I could. I just think my taste has changed a little bit, but I wouldn't remove it at all. I think I would just like add something to it. I used to have all of these ideas for tattoos that I wanted, and I got all of my tattoos within like a year and a half when I first got them. And then I went to university, and I was really broke, so I couldn't afford to get any more tattoos. And then since then, I sort of, I've forgotten all of the ideas that I had and just haven't gotten around to it. But I really want another tattoo, I think. I just need to figure out what I want. But I think what I would get, actually, I would really want some like, I really like the style of the medieval like woodcut tattoos. I think one of those would be really cool. I think I would also... I think I would totally get tattoos to do with my characters, my D&D characters as well. I don't know, it feels like an insanely nerdy thing to do, but I think I would. I think I would. But what I would get to represent them, I'm not sure. I think Zaf would be really easy. I would get something smoky for Zaf, because then it would be sort of like his tattoos. But I definitely wouldn't actually get his tattoos, because his tattoos just cover his entire body, which is a bit much. But I do think it would be kind of cool to incorporate his smoke like into a sleeve design or something. You know, like fill the space. Super cool. I have quite a list of tattoos. Hell yeah, Leonora. Gotta get on it. Out of all characters, Mac would be the one to get as a tattoo. Yes! What do you think you would get to like represent him? Would you get like holy symbol or like... I also thought that like getting one of Zaf's scimitars or sabers, one of his swords, would be kind of cool. I think it would fit. And I also, it double crosses one off because I do definitely want to get like a sword or a dagger tattooed at some point. I just felt like it's a matter of time. Man, a sleeve piece that you add on to over the years with different character motifs would go so hard. See, that's what I was saying. It would be so cool. Be so freaking cool. I'm not sure what I would do for Seno. I think maybe I would get Frumos tattooed onto me, and that would be Seno, because I really like crows and ravens and corvids just in general, so I feel like it's a matter of time again before I get a corvid of some kind tattooed on me. So it'd be cool to make it Seno related and have it be Frumos. And then I'd have like Zaf's sword and his smoke. I'm not sure who else I would include, if anyone. I'm not sure if anyone has had like the impact. I've not played anyone enough. As much as I love them, as much as I love my characters, Zaf and Senemirin are special. But maybe my next character would be really special too. And my next one, and my next one, and my next one. Don't plan on ever stopping playing D&D, so... you know. I have more and more characters. Multiple ideas probably. His sword, the holy symbol, forget-me-nots and orchids, and his orange draconic eye. So cool. Oh my gosh, I can almost envision like the layout actually. Although I'm not sure how well it would translate to a tattoo, because I am not a tattoo artist. Different skill sets. It would be so cool. If I'd have a sleeve with all my characters' motifs, the sword would be held in a crystal hand to represent my rogue/warlock Shiva. Oh my gosh! That'd be so cool! Come on guys, let's all get tattoos together, shall we? Let's all go together and just get a bunch of tattoos. All to do with our characters. I think this is going to be an interesting piece if I take away the soft light. Oftentimes I'll do the rendering before I add like a lighting layer and think about the lighting But sometimes I'll do this where I've like planned out the lighting ahead of time. And I've got like a whole stuff like layer and I just keep it up the whole time, so then the rendering layers look really strange. Like she looks so desaturated here. That's crazy. Just add another little soft light layer. Just add a little bit more. Just get some like gobbers in. A little blue eyes. I don't know. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. It's very... I don't know. Could use some work, I think. But do I have the time? Also no. So I think I'll leave that one here as it is. And I could do like a little frame. Frame in, we're not. While we're here. There we go. We'll do soft light. Okay, let's move on to for Jay. Oh my god, it's for Jay. For Jay is a very interesting creature. Let me grab the character thing. Here's for Jay. Got bad Overwatch team yelling slurs. It's probably an SCP. I'm so blue. Very blue creature with 4 fingers. Looks Maxa. Got little like kitty feet or like bunny feet. Liquid, G Fuel, and gamer subs. So this is who we are going to be converting into a GB right now. Very easy coloring job, I have to say. Doesn't seem to wear clothes, which it just feels on par. Par for the course. So you know, this is gonna be a quick one, especially because I'm gonna bring in some photos, I think, for the G Fuel and the gamer subs, because you know, I feel like we have to find an image of like a really nasty gamer room and add that as the background, which I never do. I never include a photo background, but I just think that for Jay, it seems right. It feels right. In reality, I'd just get my favorite species of big cats to add on for a sleeve. Hell yeah. I mean, it basically is to do with your characters. Any sort of big cat. Evan era, I'd have to think long and hard about. I could probably cop out and just do it's sword. Eleanor could easily represented by her familiar or specific flowers. I have thoughts. Yeah, I feel like weapons, or like if they have like a really strong motif, like the smoke for Zaf, I think those are the best things to turn into tattoos. I think weapons just go so well. Or holy symbols would also be cool. My first character, I'd add a cloak with a galaxy motif that he wore and a drop of blood for his vampirism he gained at the end of the campaign. Hell yeah! Ugh, desperate to play a vampire character. So... I need to play a vampire character at some point. You know, I've done zombie, I've done werewolf. Need to play a vampire. So far there's a snow leopard, white tiger, mountain lion, and now a Canadian lynx. That's a pretty good going. Still more to be done. Beautiful attempt at that name. Thank you. I'm so eloquent. I'm so good at talking. I just couldn't even attempt it. It's just blah 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 blah. There's so many vowels, but also so many consonants. Just so many letters. It's Welsh. Oh my gosh. So that's probably actually quite an easy pronunciation. I have to get my friend to say it. They're Welsh and actually speak Welsh, as most Welsh people do. Which is so cool. Really keeping the old language alive. Which I wish more places in the UK did that. Let me get a reference for Gamer Fuel, G Fuel. Don't mind me. G Fuel snow cone. Okay, hang on. Let me just copy it into the. Just put it into this. I'm gonna badly edit it. Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect, actually. Do you see the vision? And then if I just like cut this out. Oh, I love it. This is so bad. I'm obsessed. It's giving Tomodachi Life when the Miis are holding like photorealistic objects. I love that. Let me get my reference real quick. DM made a fantastically grotesque ritual for my character to keep a part of his soul after the ritual that turned him into a vampire. Ooh, chaotic good at heart to the end of times. That's so fun. Hey, I love a spooky, cool ritual. Need to get into more of those. I just love to get into weird stuff in D&D. I think that's what I find most fun about playing Cinnamon is that her curiosity cannot be quenched. She will go like all the way. So just with this potion that she's been messing with for weeks and weeks and months. Like, it's only bad news. It can only be bad news, but she doesn't care. She just wants to figure out what it does. Right. It was kind of like greenish. Kind of greenish hair. If only Alien were here to see this. Let's get... I got like a lighter... And then he's got like little flutes and little stripes. And these little fingies. And those little toesies. I like the fact that this is supposedly like the worst person in the world. And he's just like the most chill guy ever. Just a chill guy. What do you mean? So we'll get some shading in. Oh, just kidding. The rest of the party was placed inside of my character's soul on a platform on which drops of blood were dripping down. Oh, that's so cool! Yes, get the rest of the party involved! OMG, so I sent the group chat your virtuous art and they immediately tried picking apart the symbolism. I said no symbolism here, just vibes. Hey, I mean, you could add symbolism afterwards. You could be like, ah, yes, this is my plan all along. The foreshadowing. That's so funny. The symbolism. She's just a girl. The symbolism is that she's just a girl. To be fair, if a member of my party sent me a fan art of their character, and the character had like loads of hands pointing towards them, I would also probably think that it like meant something. You kind of have to be a conspiracy theorist with your fellow party members sometimes. Because these characters, they be sneaky. They got stuff going on. Above the platform, chained down in a gigantic form, was the body of my character, with his chest open and his heart exposed. The party's task was to defeat my character's fears, and I fought as them. Oh my gosh, that's so cool! I love that. Imagine doing imagine showing up to the hang with your friends, and then they make you fight their crushing fear of being alone. Or something like that. That's what it would be for Sano. It'd be something like super deep and intangible. How do you fight that, you know? Is that all? A little nose ring on. I love when party members have to fight the worst parts of your character's psyche. Yeah. We kind of had the opposite once in the last campaign. One of the characters had like a dream, and in the dream they were forced to fight like evil versions of the party. What the party would become in their worst state. And it was kind of funny because some of them are like really, like, some of the characters are really silly little guys. So like the worst version of themselves, they're just like bold. And they're just like evil capitalist. But for Zafir, it was like actually like really bad. Like actually evil. But he was also mostly the same, which was even freakier, you know? And that was such a fun session. It was such a cool thing to do. And we were all part of like a secret group chat where we discussed and we like planned out what our characters' evil versions of themselves would be. Which is cool. Cool as hell. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of blush, I think. Just because I have to. I'll go without a bit of blush. And then some hair. They had to fight my character's vampire mother, an angry crowd of villagers that raided his family house, and a creature that stole his memories after he was bitten by it. Oh my gosh. Bro had extremely tangible fears. I love that. God, fighting an angry mob. I had an ability to really fuck up the party, but it required sight, and she was permanently blinded in the first turn of combat. Whoa! Not a blind character. I've always thought how interesting it would be to try and play a character who is blind in D&D. Because, like, it's obviously possible, because, you know, blind people very much exist. But so much of the, like, wording of certain spells and stuff is, like, a creature you can see, a point you can see. Like, I don't know, you can, like, reflavor it, I guess? Obviously, if you have blind sight, it's, like, it's whatever you basically can see. Like a bat. But I don't know. In Baldur's Gate 3, there's like this character called Xana who is blind, and so he could only cast spells like 3 meters in front of him, which was such a pain in the ass. Such a pain in the ass to deal with. Especially because the whole like Save the Gondians arc in BG3 is like so insane for some reason. It's like they don't want to be saved. You know, I just always thought it was really interesting to do. Like a fun challenge to find the, I don't know, just like make it work. I think having a familiar is probably like the way to go, because you could see through their eyes, technically. I guess it depends on like what the DM would say yes to. But if like your eyes were damaged, you could probably see through your familiar's eyes. But then you'd also be like, you would be deafened. You could only hear and see through your familiar, which would be so trippy. Because you'd like, if you were using your familiar's eyes all the time, you would constantly be hearing your own voice from outside of your body. It'd be crazy. Crazy weird. That session was also when the most important reroll into a nat 20 happened to my character. If I failed that save, my character would have definitely had his villain arc start in the epilogue. That's so cool. I've been trying to figure out how to make a mute spellcaster work. Not very seriously, but he's out there. Yeah! Blind warrior would be very possible with the blind fighting style. Ooh! I've never... Wait, maybe I have heard of such a thing. Is that a Pathfinder thing? Not sure. That's super cool though. The like mute spellcaster, definitely doable. In our homebrew game, we have a language called spell sign, which is basically sign language, but for casting spells. But it's like a little bit different. It's we rewrote it kind of recently to make it work and be a bit more balanced, because the way that it worked before was it basically meant that you could cast any spell without a somatic component. You could do it all with just like, no, without a verbal component, so you could just do it all with somatic components, which meant that like you could cast spells in any scenario, so like if you were silenced or whatever. but we kind of rewrote it so that it's not just like it's not just like sign language. It's a bit more like wishy-washy, where basically you're pulling on the threads of the weave to communicate with other arcane spellcasters. So it's like only an arcane spellcaster thing, like a wizard or an intelligence-based warlock or like whatever. Or maybe not even that. Like I think it's just like wizards and artificers maybe. And you like pull on the weave to create feelings in other people, and that's how you communicate, and that's how you also like create your spells. So you can cast silently, you can still cast in silence, but because it requires you to like work with the weave in such a delicate way, if you're like fully submerged in water, like if you're underwater or if you're in a place where like of like an extreme climate where you otherwise wouldn't be able to cast spells, like you can't cast spells with spell sign because the weave is just like too fucked up in that area, I guess is like the best way to describe it. I think that's really cool. That's so cute. Hi Ray. Thank you. This is Alien's character for Jay, even though Alien's not here. We had a blind character a few campaigns ago. He had some kind of visor that gave him blind sight that we kept adding on to as we played. That's so cool. It's a D&D thing. I think it gives you 10 feet of blind sight. God, it's not very far. That's a thing. It's like, I don't know. I think it just, I just love a challenge, I think. I love a challenge. I love to find ways of like working around stuff like that. Just think it'd be really cool, really fun. I think I'll definitely have a... I'll do something with it in the future, I'm sure. Let me get some... Let me shed some light on the situation. I mean, should he be bathed in sunlight? Probably not. Because he's like in his gamer room. Wait, maybe I should actually change the lights. Let me find like a rancid gamer bedroom if I can. Gross gamer bedroom. Like, oh, don't show me AI. Like, come on, man. Oh my god, this is rancid. Wait. Okay. Let me throw this in real quick. Here's the background. Just a bunch of trash. I'm gonna blur it, I think. Like, I think just him being in a pile of trash is quite funny. There's the computer. And then I kind of want to make it like, let's see if I can. Like gamer LEDs. We do like gamer purple and blue. And then I'll probably like lower the opacity of this. Maybe I'll make it into like a fun shape. You know, it's just for flavor. Maybe we could do like, I don't know, I'm messing around. A window into Fajay's soul. A nice border. Let's add some symmetry. You know, we're just getting silly at this point. Here we go. You see what I get? You see what I'm going for? And then yeah, we don't want sunlight. We want soft light layer with like blue and purple. If this is indeed like the worst person ever, you know, gotta make it see. The G Fuel can is like the G Fuel can is so stupid. I love it. Let's do some brighter ring light. Would also be fun to homebrew Tremor Sense instead of normal sight for a character. Yes, that'd be so cool. Hell yeah. I think it would be like, I feel like Senna would just be a really good fit for such a thing because she's like already like a bat, you know? I think she gets blind sight in her bat form when she gets to like level 5 of her bat form. Or maybe level 4. Maybe even level 3. Might be soon actually, but you know, it'd be cool to have blind sight. Thematic. A fun thing would be if it was a high level campaign. I know that warlocks in D&D 5.5 can gain true sight at higher levels. Yes! Blind sight, true sight. I love it. Would be really useful actually for the invisible creature that's haunting the party right now. Able to find what it is. Okay, wait. It's gotta be like blue on the back and then purple on the right. I can smell it through the screen. Yeah, nasty gremlin. Oh, I almost forgot. The reason why that nat 20 was important was because of a crystal that our barbarian carried embedded into his armor. One of my attacks broke the crystal and released a demon within. Oh my god. That demon possessed my character who killed a lot of vampires and other creatures that took part in the ritual. That nat 20 saved me from killing everyone, including my character's twin sister. Oh my gosh! She convinced him to become a vampire in the first place since she was one already when we got into the underground city that the ritual happened in. Oh my god, that would have been really sad. She convinces him to do this. Convinces your character to do this ritual and then it kills her. Like, that's so sad. So I'm glad that didn't happen. Would have made for some juicy storytelling though, I'll tell you that. I can see where the villain arc would have come into play. Okay, we've got some gamer ring light action going on. Like blue on one side and purple on the other. You know, gotta make it silly. This is such a stupid drawing. I love it. Need to do more of these, more of the silly ones. Something I have forgotten is this little eye shine there. Let me get that in there. Amazing. Amazing, beautiful. Get some shadow under his feet. There we go. Okay, and we'll add... let's make him a little bit bigger, actually, should we? We can fill up more of the screen. Beautiful. We'll do a little... Hell yeah. I just want to clean this up a little bit. The actual photo of the Ducal is really getting to me. I don't know why, it's just such a stupid addition. But it wouldn't be for Jay if he didn't have a can of G Fuel in his hand. Add my signature. Because I definitely want to be associated with this abomination. Canonically, after the campaign, they became a deadly duo of bounty hunters feeding on bandits and ne'er-do-wells. Of course, after a well-deserved summer vacation, Bloody Mary on the beach. Hell yeah. Bloody Mary with real blood. Love it. With that border decoration, it looks like a collectible in some sort of card game. Hell yeah. You know, it is giving that vibe, and I kind of love it. I kind of hella dig it. I think he would approve. I feel like he collects Magic the Gathering cards. No offense to anyone who plays Magic the Gathering, but I feel it in my soul. Jay the ne'er-do-well. Jay the hate speaker. Okay, with Jay done. You know, that was a quick one. We'll move on to Gigi. Another little chibi. This one belongs to Waffles. And it's very funny because Waffles and Alien are usually here, but they're not here this week. I would have drawn their little guys yesterday, but neither of them made it to stream, I don't think. That's okay. Gigi is this little guy, by the way. Got cute little glasses. Cute little fella. Thinking the Dutch government doesn't know how to hack. What a kitty. Oh, it's a her, so sorry. I like that Gigi and Jay kind of have like equal and opposite energy. They both spend their days behind the computer, but Gigi is a nice, is a force for good, nice girly pop, and for Jay is just the worst person ever. But they're both hacking into the government. Something that I find really funny about my chibis is that they are never the same. My chibis never look alike. They, like, the proportions and the style of them is different every single time I draw one. You never know what you're getting with a chibi from me. Maybe it's the hands, but it makes me think of Animal Crossing. Well, my chibi style does originate from Animal Crossing. Originally I drew Senno, my character. Hang on, let me show you. I drew Senno, my character, as an Animal Crossing little character. For just silly fun, and it was so cute and so fun that I drew everyone else's character from the campaign as an Animal Crossing character, and now that's just the way I do all chibis. Let me see. Behold, a tooth! It's my girly pop, my little chibi. It's because she found this beholder tooth, and in game, canonically, she held it out to show her friend Brannigan, like just like this. She was like, "Look at it," and he patted her on the head, and then her nose started bleeding because it dealt her a shit ton of psychic damage and made her frightened, and she ran away. So I was like, oh, that's so cute. I have to draw those. So this is like the most true to Animal Crossing chibi that I've ever done. And then I made like a bunch of different ones in that same style. But like every time I draw a chibi, it gets like further and further away, as you can see. But like the essence is still there. Sometimes I do use Animal Crossing characters as reference, and then it does end up coming back. Like this other, wait, I did an attack. This one. I did an attack for ARTFIGHT where I like went back to my Animal Crossing roots. Because the character really likes to fish, so I like had to draw them for the fish. But you can see like the difference, the major difference, versus when I'm like actively looking at an Animal Crossing character versus what I think they look like. That battle will be legendary. Yes. Mecha TV is now forever accompanying me during TTRPG sessions. Oh, that's so cute! That's such a cute idea. Yeah! Thank you. I made a little... I've handed out little chibi stickers of like all my friends' characters in chibi form. And for one of my friends, I actually did a chibi of their character and turned it into a keyring, but like I sent it directly to them and they don't live anywhere near me, so I don't get to see it in real life. I've only seen it through a photo, but it came out really good, I think. So that's nice. That's actually kind of all the same color-ish. I really need to do more like silly art of my characters. I need to do some more silly like meme art, I think. Unfortunately, nothing silly is happening right now. It's all horrible and terrifying in game. There's nothing to make a meme out of. But maybe one day. Maybe one day something silly and funny will happen. I found a couple of funny audios that I'd like to turn into animatics at some point. But I gotta say, ARTFIGHT's kind of burning me out. As it does for most people, I fear. I think after today, after I've finished all of my ARTFIGHT attacks, I think I'll probably I'll take it easy on the old hands, on the old wrists, and just work on my commissions the next like week or so, and then I'll like get back into it for next stream. We'll do something fun, but probably very chill. I was thinking of doing a study or something, like an environment study, so I don't have to think about like coming up with something to draw. I can just sort of like copy what I see, which I find very like therapeutic, I guess. Let's get the fluff in the ears. Maka got merchandise and now is joined by chibis of Pike from Vox Machina and Blade from Elden Ring, attached to a dice bag where I keep all of my gemstone dice sets. Oh, that's so cute! I love it! Homemade merch! So cute, I love that. I actually got my first physical... I was gonna say physical attack, which actually makes me sound like I've been punched. Someone has made Dante out of beads, like, you know, like the plastic beads that you melt down. Let me see if I can find it. But it's so cute. I need it. I need to own it. And it's really funny because literally yesterday I was talking about how no one has made me any crafts this year, which is like, again, I'm not complaining about that at all. I'm very happy for every single like attack I get in whatever form it takes. But just last year I got quite a few of like crafty attacks, and this year I didn't get any until I got I got this one. Wait, come here. I got this one of Dante out of beads, and it's so cute. It's so cute. I want him. I want him. I need him. I think it's incredible how they managed to include so many of the details of him with just like beads. Like, that's so impressive. Like, subtle smirk. It's so him. It's giving so much. And he's just made out of beads. That's incredible. How talented. So I am kind of desperate to own him. But we'll see. Oh my gosh, I got another attack. Oh. Oh my god. Yo, guys. Oh my gosh. I hadn't seen this attack yet, but I have to show you guys like immediately. Hang on. Wait, come here. It's like, it's so many of my characters. Holy shit. It's Athos and Talia and Blight and Dub and Seno. Oh my gosh, all hanging out together. This is so good. Oh my god. Look at little Dummy. And Damien, of course. Don't forget Damien. They're all like sharing stories. It's so cool. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so annoyed. How can they do this like today? How are we supposed to... I didn't have time. I didn't have time to attack them. They're going to be first on my list for next year. I have to attack them next year. I can't believe that they've... I can't believe that they left this so late, so now I can't attack them. I'm angry. It's so good. It's so wow. Oh my god. Gosh, I'm really the luckiest girl in the world, aren't I? Wow. That's going on the wall. I need to get so many of these pieces on the wall. I have a few poorly altered McDonald's toys of my characters that me and my friends made for each other for an art trade, and I treasure them deeply. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I really... You know something? I've been so into like doll customization, like Monster High doll. Like, you know the ones where they like completely renovate a Monster High doll. I want to do that so badly, and I want to make my characters out of Monster High dolls so badly. Oh my gosh. Like, I would love to have a Seno doll so much, and I'd love to have a Zaf doll. She's so good. It'd be so time consuming, but so worth it, I feel. I would just... that's my dream. That's my dream, to have little dollies of my characters. Maybe a body pillow. I'd love to have a body pillow for my characters. As well as a small keychain with a PowerPoint style quote that says, "Puppy Dolly Mini Zaraz," which roughly translates to, "I'm gonna lose my shit." That's so good. Oh, that looks so great. It does, doesn't it? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to leave them. I have to leave them a glowing review after stream ends. I don't actually check ARTFIGHT that much because I have my last scene hidden because I know that ARTFIGHT will say that I'm always online because I have like tabs open. Because I just sort of leave the tabs open with the references of the characters on in the background, but I hardly ever actually like go through and check. Unless I'm actively working on something, I'll like maybe go and check. So it takes me a really long time to actually see stuff. And also like partially just because I'm never expecting to receive anything. I don't check very often because I'm like, oh, there's no way there's something new. Shock horror there actually is. Oh, it's so cool. So, I need to get better at looking. That'll be my goal for next year. Is to be a bit more responsive, I think. But that's always my goal. I'm never as responsive as I want to be. I really need to work on it. I've been slowly collecting the bits and pieces I need to customize dolls, and woof, let me tell you, it's a mess. Yeah, there's so many bits to it, which is kind of what has stopped me from going all in and just spending a bunch of money and buying a bunch of stuff that I think I'll need to do it. Because I know it's gonna be way more stuff than I think. There's so many different various tools. And like I'll need totally different hair and stuff. It's just the sort of thing that can get very excessive very quickly, I feel. But one day I'll get around to it. I'll do it. Or maybe maybe one day I'll have enough spare income to commission someone to do it for me. Oh my gosh, it's almost time to log off. Ah. Okay. Well, luckily Gigi has a very chill coloring. So cute. And then they have little white glasses. Oh, she's so cute. Love. Maybe I'll give her like a little... No, like a nice green, like background, like blob. Because she's kind of just like in space. She's kind of just floating around. It's giving lava lamp. I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about it too much as of right now, because I still have until... Whoa, hello. Oh my god, jump scare. I still have until like tomorrow evening to submit all of these. So I'll wrap it up shortly. I just thought that this is like a completely different style to the Fajay one. For some reason, I don't know how this ended up happening. It's like really cute, so I'm not mad at it. Kitty cats! Yeah! We love the kitty cats. Okay. I think I will leave it there for now. Yippee! Oh my gosh! Okay, so we got like a decent amount done today. We have GG. Mostly done. Needs like a little bit of, you know, a little bit of polish, but mostly done. Finish her off tomorrow. We've got Fajay, absolute creature, ready to go, I think. Ready and raring to go. And Ulania, I keep forgetting how to say her name. Ulali or Ali. I have to call her Ali. We got Ali, which I'm pretty happy with. I think just looking at like the thumbnail, I need to tweak the placement of her eyes a little bit. There's something like a little bit wonky going on, but that should be easy enough to fix with some liquify. So yeah. Oh my gosh. And that will be ARTFIGHT done. Oh my gosh! We made it! Incredible! I've got so many. We can have a look through all of the ones I've got on this piece. So we've got Mortimer, we've got Kirk and Alphonse, we've got Beatrice, we've got this character called Vesper, which I did recently, this character called Naiwei, another character called Evelyn, got a lot of TVs, this character called Cedric, Miss Valentine Heartstrings, this guy called Dante, Arabian and Calze that we did yesterday, Ali, Jay, and Gigi! All all on the same document, plus some extras that I have on a different document. We've done a lot of attacks this year. We made it! Yippee! And just narrowly managed to avoid complete burnout, which is great. Probably due to the fact that I was super duper busy for half of it, like half of this month, so I was involuntarily forced to not draw all the time. Otherwise I totally would have been 100% burnt out, but still, it's time to take a break. I think next week will just be a Friday stream, and I think we'll do some studies together, maybe play some like dumb games. We'll see what's out there. I think it'd be cool to do some like more character quizzes or something, just because I find that funny. Like do some like BuzzFeed, like what kind of bread are you quiz as Senna or something like that. Yeah, time to breathe, and maybe we'll look through some of the attacks that I got this year and give them a bit of love. Maybe, or maybe I'll keep them all to myself. You know where my profile is if you're curious. But Yivi! Oh my gosh, ARTFIGHT over for another year. Time to get ready for the next one. Thank you so much for joining me for this ARTFIGHT journey, and for sticking around for a year if you've been here since the last ARTFIGHT. And thank you for joining me, all of you new friends who have found me during this ARTFIGHT. I hope you'll stick around, even though ARTFIGHT is now over. I still stream every Friday, and I might make Saturdays a semi-regular thing. Who knows? Next week it'll just be Friday though. Yeah. Thank you, Eleonora and Dara and Ray and anyone else who has popped in or been lurking. I have so much fun hanging out with you guys every week, as always. Have a good week. Definitely take care of yourselves, play some D&D, and I will see you next Friday. Okay, bye.